It's no longer a secret. The word is getting out. Thanks to you, the Quiet Hour continues changing lives.
Oh, down here, yes. Okay, I was thinking
You don't have to look around very far to realize that our world is in trouble. Many of the youth are in trouble.
I'm not happy. Not at all. I want a job. I want to do something with my life. I want to make something of myself. I'm sick of living off of other people. I'm sick of not being responsible.
And we here in America, do you think we're kind of spoiled here?
I know I am. My mom pays my rent, pay for anything, really. My mom and grandma pay for my life.
It seems like everywhere you look in America today, the message is the same. Pleasure seekers. Seekers of pleasure more than lovers of God. But I want to tell you about the Quiet Hour Ministries and the opportunity they're giving young people to get outside of their comfort zones here in America and to go into third world countries and do something really valuable, really important with their life.
Here you go.
For many, it becomes one of their most life-changing experiences.
I wasn't expecting to be rebaptized, but the Lord really tugged at my heart.
It's amazing to see how little these people have, yet they're so happy. They're living in poverty, yet they're so grateful for what they do have, and they appreciate every little bit.
Volumes could be written about this army of youth and what they are doing to spread the good news of the gospel around the world, but here is just one small chapter. Nearly 140 young people and staff from all over the United States and Canada traveled to Corazon, Belize, in the northern region of this Central American country, to participate in a Quiet Hour youth missions project. Opportunities to go out into remote, needy villages to give food and clothing can have a profound impact on many of our youth who, by contrast, are rich and spoiled here in this culture.
I'm an MP3 player.
Now, our version of an MP3 player is MP stands for Mission Project, and the three players are Jesus, the Quiet Hour, and me. The SDA Christian School in Corazon, which was originally built to accommodate 300 students, has more than 1,000 students in the primary, secondary, and college programs. Funds generated by the participants allowed them to construct 2 additional classrooms on the second floor of an existing classroom complex. They also took on the task of finishing a principal's home, which was started 16 years ago but never completed because of lack of funds. It was hot and humid. 100-degree temperature with 90+ humidity made it almost impossible for these gringo missionaries.
guys, I want you to take this builder up.
Painting crews brightened up several of the buildings on campus. Now, these new classrooms will accommodate an additional 100 students. Medical missionary work is the right arm of the gospel. What a thrill to see dentists, physicians, optometrists working side by side with a number of our young people, meeting the physical needs of many in the community. 5 dental students and 2 retired dentists from Loma Linda University headed up the dental team.
It's lower comfort.
No, this will be a little mosquito bite. We're going to put your tooth to sleep because you don't want to feel it when we take it out. Okay? But you look brave to me. Okay, open.
2 optometrists from the Pacific Northwest headed up the eye clinic. Hundreds of pairs of glasses, courtesy of the Lions Club International, were fitted, adjusted, and given to many students and community folk who couldn't even afford basic eye care. A family practice physician also saw more than 200 people in less than 2 weeks. A well-known cardiologist made arrangements for several children with critical heart conditions to be flown to the United States to receive delicate cardiac surgical treatment. In all, more than 2,000 people were examined or treated during the 3-week project.
You got to do right, ho, ho. live a life. You got to do right. Live a life.
A puppet team from Redlands, California took their ministry to several private and public schools, performed in several town squares, and generated a lot of interest in the community for the evangelistic meetings. Can you imagine the joy there must be when the heavenly hosts look down and see young people taking a leading role in preaching the gospel? Eager young people served as greeters, ushers, musicians, and preachers. And every evening the message of God's love was delivered by our youth in the civic auditorium where as many as 1,000 people attended. Children's evangelism involved many of the youth as well. In fact, as the meetings progressed, the children's attendance grew from 100 to 200, and then on the weekends more than 300 were crammed into a small church located just a few blocks down the street from the main auditorium. Nothing is more thrilling than seeing souls come to Jesus. An outdoor baptism at the Caribbean was a perfect backdrop for this joyous occasion. More than 30 precious souls stepped into the water and were baptized. 8 of our own MP3 group also stepped forward to be baptized. 5 rebaptisms and 3 for the very first time. And since the group left, another 30 have been baptized. More than 60 people whose lives have been eternally impacted by the efforts of our youth.
I didn't really know what to expect. This is my first mission trip, and so when I got here, everything was totally different than what I expected. And, you know, I saw these people, and they always had this smile and this happiness about them. And I'm like, man, that's so cool. And I'm like, man, I'm not like that at all. And I have so much at home. And so during the progress of the week, I was like, man, okay, I need to get to know these people better. And they had such a gratification for everything, and just they were satisfied. And it made me look at my life and think, I need to be like that too.
So how about it? Are you ready for some real adventure? Some real excitement? The kind that you don't get at Disneyland? Then why not join us on one of our upcoming short-term Quiet Hour mission trips? Why not get together a group from your church or your community to join us? You see, at the Quiet Hour, we create the opportunities for short-term mission adventure. If you can't go, we'd love to take your son or your daughter or your grandchildren, or some young person in your church or your community whom God impresses for you to sponsor, and let them experience for themselves one of these life-changing adventures.